안녕하세요. 저는 임입니다. 저는 최혜정입니다.
안녕하세요. 저는 스티븐입니다. 저는 조민준입니다.
And we are back. Rank the debut.
Yes.
I am so excited for this episode. You have no idea. You do. You have no idea. Okay. Quick thing. Have you seen this?
Definitely not.
Excellent, because you haven't seen the other one in this episode either, and I'm so excited. Oh my god. We're just going to get straight into this. This first one for this episode is a lovely little duo group called JJ Project and their debut, Bounce. Before GOT7 was formed, JB and Jin Young that was my headbanging era.
I think that would have been everybody's headbanging era.
It's such a good song.
Yes, I like that song.
Category 1 in Rank the Debut. Intro.
I'm going to say 9.5.
Why?
Why? Because the only thing they didn't do was say their names. Everything else was there, from showing a bit of their personality to
showing some of their stomachs, showing some of their asses.
Just, it had everything to showcase, but this is 2 members only.
Yeah.
But they did it proportionate to each individual.
Yeah.
From J to
J to J. JB to
from
Jin Young.
JB to they actually gave them both very good screen time, so I didn't feel like I was just watching the one person. So like I said, the only thing that I didn't really see was names. So if you were showing me someone's debut and I don't know their names, then it's quite hard to.
So would it be 9 if you didn't already know who they were, like their names? But because you already know their names?
That's what I was factoring in, because
alright. I'm just making sure.
I'm saying it's a 9.5 because if I was to have seen that like that, I don't know their names.
But you know JJ Project, you can kind of put together that they're probably both J's. But even still, even in 2012 when this first came out, it is very easy to find out what their names are because it's 2 people.
Yeah, but that would be involving research and actually looking into it. I'm just going off the debut video. There is no mention of their names in that video, no. And you can tell that they're both named J because of JJ, but there's no names given in that video.
Yeah.
If there was, it would have been a 10, and I'm disregarding everything I know already about them.
Yeah.
It's literally 9.5 because they did everything perfect besides the name.
Yeah.
That's my rating.
Yeah. I'm a 9.5 too because it literally is. You can see who the rapper is. You can see who the vocalist is. You can see different points. This song wasn't just stagnant. That's going into different stuff. But you can see the range. You can see the range in them. You can see, okay, they can do more of this. They can do more of this. You're getting an introduction to their voices, to themselves, to the goofiness.
Yeah.
They're both dancers, especially JB. It was very much a b-boy at that point. So you can see that there's so much more. It's just that you don't get the names. Yeah, literally. Which isn't everything, but going off of debut, it's important, especially since there's only 2 members. They could have done what 17 did, which again is years, is a bit later. But they were school students. They could have had their names.
Badges or,
they could have had something, or it could have been on their desk or something like that.
Yeah. There's so many ways to add names.
Next category is music.
I'm torn between 8.5 and 9.
Okay.
8.5.
Talk me through.
Kind of repetitive.
Okay.
Mixed with two different styles of music clashing that didn't feel complete.
Okay.
Like when we're doing a mashup, that's kind of what it felt like, because they had the rock side of things, plus they had the pop side of things, but it was kind of like they were bouncing off each other. They did have them in separate sections, but it wasn't like a proper mashup where you incorporate the both evenly. It kind of felt like, here's one set of music, here's another set of music, here's one set of music, here's another set of music. It wasn't like, this is one song with this particular beat in mind. It felt like they just... But it wasn't like it was too broken. It was good enough that you could understand it was one song though.
I disagree. I think it was done brilliantly. It fit together. You knew which part was like more verse and chorus, because like the rock and roll, like it was a slower bit in the chorus, especially since most of the song is rap, is Jin Young. It gave a little bit of like because again, it's bounce. Like, it's a very bouncy song. It's all of this. It's very quick. To have that break is good. I like that it had that little break, and it wasn't just okay, well, what is this break, and then jumping right back into it, and there's like what is this break? It was cool. It was a rock. It was purposeful. I really, really, really love the music, and it gets stuck in your head, and it's beautiful, and oh my gosh, I would a 10. Right, visuals.
Unfortunately for me, it's not great visually. It was the same palette pretty much the entire video, and it was kind of bland. Also, I'm not in love with those graphics, but we're so used to a different standard now that watching that is very hard to watch. For its time, I'd probably go 5, because I have seen a lot worse than that.
I love the costuming. It's so fun, and you can tell immediately when you go into it, like, they're dressed colourful. This is gonna be a fun song, and the clothing and everything was very much b-boy, which is what they were trying to do. It's very much the genre. It's very much what it was supposed to be. Camera movements were not great, like with like the bouncing, and like they had it almost like Jin Young was not moving, but the background was the thing that was bouncing and not him, which it wasn't great on my like visual. Like, it kind of just like threw me a little bit. So I think a 6.
Okay.
Dance choreography,
a bit over the place.
Okay.
I found the ending as if they were just mucking around, which is, I guess, how the whole song was supposed to be. It was just a bit of a fun muck around sort of thing. I wasn't in love with the dancing in this particular circumstance.
Okay.
I've seen worse. The thing is, it fit this particular debut song though. So I'm kind of torn on my answer for it, because I wasn't in love with it, because it's just not what a visual dance to be.
Okay.
It was the dance that they came out with is the style for that music video. That's the problem. It's just not it's not my taste in dancing, is what I should say.
Again, this isn't just dance, it's choreography.
Yeah, which is why I'm saying, like, it's made for this particular video, and it's made for the style of video that it's made for, which gives it a higher rating because it fits in with the song. So I'm probably gonna go 7.
Shake it for me, everybody. Shake it for me.
I just can't put my finger on it.
I love the dance. It's so memorable. Yeogyum is still trolling them with that dance to this day. He'll just go like, bounce tiki for me. Like, it is iconic. And even though this was 2012, I swear if this song gets popular on TikTok, that will go beyond. Oh my god. Anyways, I love that dance. You got dance parts in it. It wasn't over the top, but you did see some acrobatics in it, which they did then bring into GOT7, which was mainly Mark. Again, even through dance, you could see what they could do in small, like, little bits. You could see what they could do. It was simple, and yet a lot of the stuff wasn't simple. And even if there's simple stuff, it was done in a fun way. You could understand it, and it was hilarious. It was just such a fun song and a fun debut, which you don't see a heck of a lot of just like really fun debuts, because a lot of bands will try and be like we're going to push the romantic, or we're going to push the bad boy, or we're going to push the whatever. Even though we've got Seven, which we haven't gotten to yet, that was also very playful. A playful debut is just as amazing. I've got an 8. Lyrics. It's simple. It's fun. It doesn't like mean, like, it's not like a heavy song. It's just fun. It flows so well in Korean. Jin Young is amazing, and I loved the fact that JB was singing English a fair bit, especially since he wasn't the greatest at English. But it's simple. It fits with the music video. It's just a fun song. It's a fun teenage kid kind of thing. It's not like you're not looking at it for a meaning. It's just it's a fun song that you can play and just dance around and headbang and shake it for me. It's simple, but it's good. It fits the vibe. It fits the music video. It fits them. It's such.
I'm just gonna go a 7 because the whole purpose of the lyrics is to fit the song.
Yeah.
And it does that very well. So it's above average at 5, but it's not greater than that because it's too simple and it's too repetitive.
I'm saying a 7 as well, but I obviously like it more than you, so I don't understand. Like, our levels are just slightly different then. Memorability, for me, it is a 10 because I still remember this to this day. I did listen to it about 20 billion times, but I still remember it, and it's so memorable, and also helps the fact that throughout GOT7, all of GOT7 still tease them. But for me, memorability, this is a 10.
Well, it's my first time listening to it, 5. It's definitely going to be a lot more memorable than a lot of other ones. It's not something I would personally set out to watch.
Okay, the next two are again so excited for because I love this band. This is Big Bang, the kings of K-pop, and their debut song, La La La. Yes, I know they had We Belong Together, but that was only GD and Top out of Big Bang singing, vocalizing. This is the first one which has all of them in the music video and all of them participating in the song, which is why we've chosen this one opposed to We Belong Together, even though that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song, and I will show Steven that at a later date. I love that song.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
It was so freaking young. Oh my god.
Now, it's quite difficult for me with Big Bang because I don't know.
You don't really know the members' names. If I told you their names, you'd be like, oh yeah, I remember you saying that. Okay, well, the members are GD, TOP, Daesung, Taeyang, and Seungri. We don't talk about Seungri. But I'm not getting into that in this. This was a debut. This was long before everything, and I'm objectively doing this not thinking about all of that. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there are many, many, many videos about it. Go educate yourself.
Yeah, we're not going to get involved in that.
But anyways, intro,
not as good. Probably 7.5, 8. I'll go 8. I got a bit lost trying to watch it.
You did get to see each member.
Yes, but not.
And when they were vocalizing.
Yes, but I didn't always get to see who was singing at what point.
Okay.
So you know how there's a lot of other videos where the members on screen singing and you know that they're singing. It kind of felt like I saw it, but I didn't see it because it felt like it was so quick.
And then a lot of the time they were all on the screen, like the one in the middle was. But then if you're not,
where do I look?
Yeah. I get that. I mean, I know who's singing and I know who they all are, so that's different for me. But
so for me, like this is my first time reacting to it. So this is my first
And you also don't know their voices.
Yeah.
So,
like I said, it was quite confusing at points because it was so they were really showing a lot of different scenes. So I got lost a couple times trying to catch up to what they were doing because I was trying to see who the members were, see what was who was singing. Like I was trying to all the information that we've got about these videos. I'm trying to also rank it while watching it.
Yeah.
And so I got lost a couple times trying to do that because they were just moving too quick.
Yeah.
So I would have preferred it to have been a little bit slower in some of the scenes because then I would have had more time to focus on each member and when they were singing.
Introduction wise, there were no names. It was good. I mean, you got to see all of them. You got to see a lot of their personality, and you got to hear each person. Like with Daesung, it was very much you knew he was high notes. Like he was that, and you could also tell Daesung has always had somewhat of a fake maknae energy. He was not the maknae, he is now because Seungri was the maknae. You could tell, like when they were doing like the whole like with him in the middle, that was Daesung. Like you could tell that they were all just like, this is our baby. But I mean, in saying that, TOP also has major fake maknae energy. But anyway, he's the eldest. Anyway,
I think we're getting off track.
I am getting off track. I love Big Bang so much. It wasn't amazing, but you got to see a lot of their personality. You got to see them. You could see that. I don't know if you got it, but again, you don't really know who each of them are. I know GD is the leader, but in watching that, I could see that he was more like front on. So I would assume that he would be leader and a half. Music. La, la, la. Everybody get in
I'm going to go 8.5.
Why?
That was the era. That was very much the style that was coming out then.
It was boy bands.
Yeah, but it was done really well. And, you know, that's about as best it gets from me, I think, on this end. It wasn't the greatest show on earth, though.
I'm saying a 9.5, and it loses the half because near the end, I understand they were doing the beatboxing thing, but it just felt disjointed. That's the only thing that's not giving 10. Because I love the music. It's so good. And it's so nostalgic and everything. Just that one little part, I'm just like, eesh. For me, it just was a little bit disjointed, and I'm not sure why. Like, they could have done some kind of a beatboxing as it was like fading out if you were going to add it in, but I don't think it needed Visual.
8. It pretty much had everything you could ask for in a debut that was that era with that style of music, and they did it well. It wasn't just, it didn't feel disjointed visually.
Yeah.
But it's not great either.
I rated it a 9 because I did feel like it was very staticky in some places, which was an effect that they were going for. Dance. Love it.
Actually, they did really well with their dance. I'm probably gonna say 8.
8?
Yeah.
That's a letdown.
I got lost. Because, like I said, because it's my first time viewing it, I'm giving an honest reaction as a proper debut viewer for this song. So for me, getting lost really throws everything out of proportion, because I want to be able to see the whole thing. And at the start, it was great because it was flowing really well and I was able to keep up with it. But then at a stage, it all of a sudden went bang, 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 different scenes. I'm trying to keep up with each different scene. And then next thing I know, it's almost over. But I could see them clearly dancing properly. They were all in sync.
It's a 10 for me. I love the dance. You could see them doing it. You could see the actual choreography in it that there is. The choreograph, even like the fun parts, it looked choreographed. It was just very good. The dance was fun and it was funny, and butts and abs.
Yeah.
And it's just the humor that they have in it, that they put into it, and just, oh my god, I love it. It's a 10. Lyrics.
What are your thoughts?
Moving, la la la.
Your daydream.
I love this song. Korean is great. The flow in Korean is just so good. Reading the translation.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's confusing. It kind of feels like it's like a whole bunch of different ideas.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, kind of disjointed.
Yeah, I love the chorus. The chorus is poppin'.
I preferred listening to it in Korean.
In Korean.
Yeah, but that's the thing with the translation, is it doesn't always get it right.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're only able to really understand it when it's actually in its own native language. So for me, it's probably like a 4. I don't really have to say much else about that.
Yeah, I'd say a 4. The verses are not great, but I love the beginning of it and the chorus. Okay, memorability.
I'm gonna go 5 because I haven't seen it. This is my first time seeing it.
Yeah.
But I'm not a huge Big Bang fan, which you're aware of.
Yes, but I also haven't showed you a lot of the stuff. Your main gripe with them is that they do use auto-tune in a fair bit of their song.
Trying to remember songs from them isn't going to be one of my strong suits.
Like, it's not forgettable. Like, right now, you're just like, no, I can remember it.
Yeah.
So my memorability, I love this song. It is not my favorite Big Bang. It's not my go-to Big Bang. I don't remember the whole lot of it. I remember the chorus bit. I remember the beginning of like the I like the beach. That part. I remember bits of the music video. So I do remember a fair bit of it, but I don't remember like the whole lot of it. Like I do remember the majority of other songs. That being said, memorability wise, this is probably like an 8. That is it for this episode. I hope that you liked it. Let us know what you would rate these songs. Also, absolutely no hate to these bands, companies, anything like that. It's just our honest opinions, and I mean, I for one absolutely am in love with these bands. Anyways, that is it for this video. I hope that you liked it. If you did, you know what to do. Curvy face. Annyeong.